Have you ever felt like life is trying to tell you something, but you can't quite understand the message? Carl Jung, one of the greatest psychologists of all time, believed that the unconscious mind is always communicating with us. It doesn't use words. It speaks through symbols, dreams, emotions, and the people and events we attract. In fact, according to Jung, nothing in life is truly random. Every experience is a mirror, showing us something about ourselves. Jung taught that deep within each of us lives a vast, mysterious force, the unconscious. It holds everything we've forgotten, repressed, or never fully understood. But it's not just a storage room for old memories. It's alive, and it wants to guide us toward wholeness. When we ignore this part of ourselves, the unconscious finds other ways to be heard. What we refuse to face doesn't disappear. It grows stronger. It appears in our emotions, our behaviors, and often in the challenges we can't seem to escape. Have you ever asked yourself why the same problems keep showing up in your life? Why do certain relationships feel like déjà vu? Why do you sabotage yourself just when things are going well? Jung believed that when we repeat patterns, it's not bad luck or coincidence. It's the unconscious trying to wake us up. It repeats what's unhealed again and again until we finally understand. He famously said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." In other words, the things we ignore inside ourselves become the forces that shape our reality. The anger you suppress shows up in arguments. The fear you avoid becomes anxiety. The love you withhold turns into loneliness. Life becomes a mirror of the inner world you haven't yet explored. A key concept in Jung's psychology is the shadow. The shadow is everything we deny in ourselves, our insecurities, desires, and fears. We push it down because we're taught to hide what is unacceptable. But the shadow doesn't stay silent. It leaks into our reactions, our judgments, and the way we treat others. Jung didn't believe we should destroy the shadow, but rather integrate it. Because when we embrace our darkness, we become whole. Healing is not about becoming perfect. It's about becoming real. Jung also spoke about synchronicity, the idea that meaningful coincidences are not random, but signs from a universe. Have you ever thought about someone and they suddenly called you? Or you stumbled upon a book that spoke exactly to your situation? These are not accidents. They are the unconscious in the universe working together, guiding you back to your path. But are you listening? Most people are too distracted to notice. We live in a world that values logic over intuition, speed over stillness. But the unconscious speaks in whispers, not shouts. If you slow down, if you pay attention to your dreams, your reactions, the symbols that appear in your life, you'll begin to understand what your soul is trying to tell you. Jung said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens." The real journey is inward. And when you begin to listen to the unconscious, something extraordinary happens. Your life starts to make sense. The pain, the confusion, the repetition, they were never punishments. They were messages. They were lessons. So next time you face a challenge, ask yourself, what is life trying to teach me right now? What part of me needs to be seen, accepted, and healed? Because once you bring the light of awareness to your unconscious, you are no longer a victim of fate. You become the author of your own transformation. Everything you need is already within you. The unconscious is not your enemy. It is your greatest guide, waiting for you to listen.